I got fluent in Spanish at 13 with 120 hours of studying. Here's what changed the game for me. You see, in math, there are two mathematical concepts that are very important to understand: expressions and equations. So let's start with expressions. An expression in math is just a value, okay? So if we take 1 is a value. 1 plus 1 is also a value. And so you can relate expressions to the verb to express. We're expressing a certain value, okay? So 1 plus 1 is an expression, okay? 2 is also an expression. Now, equations is when we equate two expressions. So when we have something like 1 plus 1 equals 2, this is an equation, meaning it's this expression is equivalent to this expression. That's what it means, okay? And that's related to the word equal, right? Equation is related to the word equal, which means the same. And so 1 plus 1 is just another way of expressing 2, just like how 2 is another way of expressing 4 divided by 2. And so in math, what we'll see a lot of people do is find different ways to express the same expression, aka value, in a way that's more digestible and easier to understand. And so even though this is math and this seems kind of irrelevant, we actually use this concept of expressions and equations a lot in our lives. You see, there's this book called Atomic Habits. And in the book, it talks about how when we want to do a task that we don't really want to do, so this big, hard task, okay, let's say hitting the gym, the mindset that it presents is that instead of thinking of the task as this big, bold task, like going to the gym, in reality, we should just frame the gym, or hitting the gym, right, the task of gym, as the first step we need to do, which is, for example, get out of bed. Get out bed. And then once we've done that, the next task is to grab your keys, then it's put on your headphones, etc. And thinking about it through this frame is actually better than thinking about it through the frame of hitting the gym directly. Because it's much easier for us to think, okay, right now all I have to do is just get out of bed. Boom. Okay, all I have to do now is just grab my keys. Boom. Okay, all I have to do is just grab my headphones. Boom. And eventually we'll get this expression to equal this expression, which is hitting the gym, meaning all the tasks lined up will lead to us hitting the gym. And so this frame of expressing hitting the gym in a different way that's easier for us to actually implement is how we use expressions and equations in our daily lives to get stuff done. And so you've probably heard of this advice before, where instead of imagining a big task as the big task, we should just imagine it as the many small tasks that leads to the big task. And so what we're doing is we're expressing the big tasks in a different way that's easier for us to understand and implement. And so with this exact same concept, let's apply this to getting fluent in Spanish. So instead of the gym, let's have fluency here. And so now the question becomes, what is fluency? If you like this type of content and you want to see more, then check out my YouTube channel.